What's up, everybody? It is your boy Tim back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the absurdity of having a dream job. Now, I used to be like everybody else. I used to think I had a dream job. And depending on when you asked me in life what my dream job was, my answer would change. It wasn't until recently. It wasn't even until this morning that it really hit me. Why would I ever want to have a dream job? Why would I ever have if it's my dream? If it's my dream scenario, my fantasy, why would I be working for someone else? It's my dream. It's my fantasy. Why would I be working for someone else? Why would I be employed by someone else? Why wouldn't I be self-employed? And if I'm self-employed, it's not really a job. Okay? So me personally, from now on, I do not have a dream job. I'm sure people will keep asking me. I don't have a dream job. I have a passion. And hopefully I can continue to turn that passion into money so I can pay my bills. But I don't have a dream job. If I have to ever go back and work for somebody, it's not going to be my dream. Now, it might be something I enjoy doing, but the dream is to live my life, do the things I want to do in life, chase after my passions. And since in this society, a lot of times, most of us are going to need some type of money coming in to pay our bills and to eat, hopefully my dream is to turn that passion into some type of income. I feel like that's the best you can do in this capitalist society we live in, is to be able to turn your passion into a source of income. But why would I ever dream about working for someone else? Even if it's something I really, really like doing. Why couldn't I do it for myself? And I can't really envision any scenario where if something's really my passion, I can't envision a scenario where I can't set it up to where I'm working for myself and doing that. The problem is, however, that we're brainwashed from a very young age to think you have to have a job. People will tell you, get good grades in high school, go to college, get good grades, get out, get a job. But very rarely does anyone say, hey, good grades in high school. If you want, go to college and then start your own business or then pursue your passion. It'd be even better if people were just pursue your passion. Okay. This whole, high school is pointless. College, if you don't need it, is pointless. A lot of times, we think we need college and we go to college and we get $80,000 in debt and then we never use our degree. So it's pointless. So it'd be best if people just said, hey, live your life, pursue your passion. Do what you want to do in this life and figure out a way to make money with your passion if possible. Or pursue your passion, and if you have to have a job on the side, do it. But the whole time, be working towards just being able to live your life, pursue your passion, and that be it. But we are in a system where from the very beginning, we send our kids to indoctrination camps. And these indoctrination camps we call public school and private school to some extent, churns out workers. That's what school is for. A lot of the schools, especially in places like America, other countries, the first schools were developed by the factories. The big bosses at the factories. So we got all these little kids running around that are too young to start working. They're making all these new laws that said we can't have the 8-year-olds working in the factories. What are we going to do with them? So, we'll have these little areas over here where we go and we just, teach the kids stuff. And then when they're too old for that, they'll come work for us. So naturally, the curriculum, which has not changed much in 100+ years, is designed to just churn out workers. It would be very easy for school to just be like, hey, be an entrepreneur, start your own business, chase your passion, just live your life. In fact, it would be easier for school to teach that than to teach the nonsense it teaches now. After you taught people how to read, write, basic math, you could just start teaching people life skills in school. Life skills, how to get through life, how to pursue your passion. You wouldn't even need textbooks. You could just have people come in and talk. But instead, we have schools with all this pointless information from about grade 3rd to grade 12. All this pointless information and basically just programs you to be a worker bee, a worker drone, a worker. This is why by the time you turn 18, all you want to do is get a good job. What do you want to do with your life? Ask any 18-year-old. What do you want to do with your life? Most of them will say, I want to go to school, get a good job. Some of them don't want to go to college. They're like, you just get a good job. I do think it is getting better. I do think with every passing generation, a lot more people, and I think it's a great thing, but I think a lot more people are saying, no, not going to do it. I just want to live my life. I want to have fun. I've been blessed to work with a lot of people in their late teens, early 20s. And so many of them are like, if I get around to that stuff one day, cool. But right now, I just want to live my life. I want to have fun. I want to travel. I want to meet people. I want to make some mistakes. Just live my life. But for a lot of people, it's still just, dependent on a job. Dependent on a job. We have this job mindset. And a lot of people won't leave one job, even if they hate it, until they find another job. And I understand that. You got bills to pay. The kids need diapers and food and all that. You got a car note, car payment. Hulu Plus ain't going to pay for itself. I get it. But the thing is, it's absurd if you think about it. It's absurd if you think about it that all of us have all these things we want to do in life. And instead of setting up our life in a way in which we can do those things, we spend most of our time at a job, at work. And even when we identify that we don't like our job, even when we're sitting at home fantasizing about what we want to do with our life, we keep a job in it. Oh, my dream job would be, it's like you don't always have to work for someone else. You definitely don't have to do it in your fantasy life. Okay, you can, when we are sitting around dreaming up the perfect life, we still keep telling ourselves we'll have to work for somebody else. But the first step to breaking free from this 9-to-5 rat race existence is to dream about breaking free. And to be like, you know what? One day I don't want to be working for anybody. I want to be doing my own thing. The second step is to believe it. The second step is to believe it. The second step is to take it from, dream fantasy land to you know what? I can do that. There's lots of people out there working for themselves, being independent contractors, doing gig jobs, social media influencers, got online stuff going on, real estate investment. There's a myriad of things you can do. So many people have had a passion, turned it into some type of employment for them, that they themselves run. Not working for anybody else. The second step is to believe you can do it. And all these other people doing it are not special. They were not born with some type of special chase your dreams gene. They just one day decided they were going to try to do it. So the second step is believing you can do it. And the third step is to take action and start doing it. That's what all these other people did. One day they was like, you know what? I think I can do it. The next day they was like, and I'm going to start taking action to do it. Dream about it, believe it, do it. It's actually really not that hard. The concept of it. But a lot of times we don't even get to step one. We think, I'm going to always have to have a job. I'd love to have my dream job, doing what I love, but still working for somebody else. We don't even allow ourselves to dream about being free. That'd be like, that's like being a slave on a plantation. And when someone was sitting around and said, man, it would be nice to be free. You'd be like, can't think about being free. Master feeds us good. Can't even think about being free. Some of us, we can't even dream about being free. When we dream we have a job, it's crazy. But it's your life. It's not written anywhere that all you can do in this life is work, pay bills, and die. You can go out there and do whatever you want to do. And you can find a way to make money doing it. Or you can find a way to, maybe you have to have a job, but you work half the year, then pursue your dreams the other half of the year. And while you're doing that, you're figuring out ways to turn your passion into money so you never have to work for anyone else. There are ways to do all these things you want to do in life. You can have it all. You can have your dream life. Other people have theirs. Once again, these people are not special. Once they were just like you. Just like the rest of us. And then one day they were just like, I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm taking steps to do what I want to do in life. At the end of the day, if you get stubborn with life and you're like, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do no matter what, nobody can stop you from doing what you want to do. In fact, that's when all types of doors start opening up. Doors you can't even imagine. And that's another thing too. When you dream about something, you don't have to have it all figured out. A lot of times, like, until I have all 1,800 steps figured out of how I'm going to do this, I'm not even going to start on step one. A lot of times, the next step will appear when we're on the step in front of it. You might only be able to see like 3 steps ahead. You're not going to be able to figure out the whole process. And I think that's what keeps a lot of us from like going after our dreams. We can see the whole process of the job. I go to the interview. If I do well and they like me, they hire me. I come every Monday through Saturday, 8-10 hours a day. They send me a paycheck. It's figured out. I just have to keep doing that forever and I'm good. That is a lot easier. That is a lot easier than trying to figure out how you're going to turn your passion into money or figure out how you're going to live your life, achieve your dreams. A lot easier. But you don't get that freedom. You're not in control of your life. You know how much of your life your job controls? At least 40, 50 hours. But then you got to factor in the commute to work, the commute from work. You got to factor in, when you get up in the morning to go to work, all of that time is about work. When you get home from work and, you're getting undressed and you're showering, you're decompressing, all that's work. You have a bad day at work, you spend all night worrying about it. Sunday night, you got to start getting ready for work. Like at the end of the day, work takes up so much. Work and our job takes up so much of our week. More than half. More than half. And then of the half we still have, half of that we're sleep. Sometimes even in our sleep, we're worried about work. There's a freedom that comes from finding a way to pay the bills on your own. There's a freedom that comes from going after your passion, monetizing it, doing what you want to do. Even if you end up, even if you spend half your life, even if you spend the same amount of time figuring out a way to monetize your passion as you did at your job, it's still better because it was your decision. You're doing it for yourself. Not to mention, when you work for yourself, you get to decide when you do what you do. You might work 10 hours today, but you can work 2 now, take a break, 2 now, take a break. Freedom. Freedom. And just the joy you get from doing your own thing. Figure out what your passion is and go after it no matter what. Figure out what your passion is, go after it no matter what. And then if possible, figure out a way to monetize it so that you can do it for a living. I don't even like that term. People ask me what I do for a living. I live. If you're asking what I do for money, we can talk about that. But that seems like a weird question. We just met. I don't know why you all up in my pocketbook like that. All up in my bank account like that. This is kind of a sidebar, but that's one of my pet peeves. I just met you. Why are you asking how I make money? Ask me about my passion, my hobbies, my experiences in life, what I love to do. Don't ask me how I make money because I don't care how you make money. But we really got to break out of this job, work, have to. And it starts with at least believing that it's possible. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next year. It may take you 5-6 years. But after those 6 years pass and you're doing what you want to do and in control of your life all the time, you're free, it will be worth that 6 years of you grinding. Because guess what? That 6 years is going to pass anyway, or however long it takes. That time could pass and then you still be working for somebody else, or that time can pass, you can put in the work, and then you're free. So for me, I don't have a dream job where I'm working for somebody else. Somebody else is telling me when I need to come in, when I can leave, when I can go to lunch, when I can use the bathroom, when I can take my 1 week of vacation days. Don't get me started. You go to a job interview and they're like, hey, we've got great benefits. After 5 years here, you get 2 weeks off. No. 52 weeks in a year? After 5 years, I only have to work for y'all 50 of those weeks? I'll pass. Not doing it. Not doing it. And I currently feel so blessed. I always feel blessed. But I currently feel so blessed that I'm able to, it's scary. It's scary, but I'm currently going after my passion to be a motivator, to be an influencer is the word a lot of people like to use, be a content creator, and just on here on YouTube, and I'm trying to expand on my other social media platforms, but just doing what I love, getting my message out there to people, live streaming almost on a daily basis, doing videos, just enjoying life. It feels good. And that's my passion, and that's what I'm trying to do the rest of my life. Been able to monetize it, which is a blessing. I don't ever want to have to work for somebody else again. I don't have a dream job. If I ever have to go back and work for somebody, it's going to be a nightmare.